What's up guys, welcome back to the next video on learning C++. My name is QDS Dani and you guys are watching my channel CorioWood. Alright, so in this video of learning C++, we're gonna finally we came here for recursive functions. So you guys might be very familiar with recursive function because we all studied in schools. So recursive function is a function that calls itself. Very simple definition of the recursive function. So recursive function calls self as part of its definition. As you all see that the name, a function that calls itself is recursive. So that's the simplest and very easy, the basic definition of the recursive function. So if someone asks you what is a recursive function, a function that calls itself is recursive. So if I call myself yes Danny, I'm going to be recursive. So simple as that. So but I'm not a number. I'm just kidding. So a function is recursive if its statements in the body of the function calls itself. So it has two parts. Okay, so the first one is a base part, the base case part, and it computes the values and terminates, and the second one is a recursive part calls itself. Okay, so we're gonna go there and look at the body part. This is the body, that's integer. You guys can declare integer because you guys want to put a number. You guys can put a long as well. So if you guys got a very huge number or something, so you guys unsigned long or signed, you guys can do sign long, but you guys needs to do unsigned long because you guys needs positive integer, and then you guys needs to do factorial, and in the parameter you guys can put an int xyz, whatever num, whatever. And this is very important, and this is the same function as here. So if you guys look at here, this is called n, and you guys put an exclamation mark, and it says n factorial. That's how you guys gonna pronounce it. So n is a product of n minus 1 dot n minus 2 is multiply n minus 2 goes all the way to 1. So, and we're going to show you guys how. So how it's going to go to all the way to 1, and n factorial is equal to n, that's a number, and that's multiply n minus 1 is factorial. That's exactly this one. So if you guys look at this formula on top, and it returns a num multiply factorial, so that's a num, this is return num multiply factorial, whatever you guys put a factorial, and num minus 1. So that's the number minus 1. N stands for number, whatever, you know. So you guys can put n, you guys can put x, as long as it's the same thing, as long as it matches your parameter here. So this is very easy, simple definition of the factorials. The factorial works as say if you guys have a 6 factorial, for example, 6, you guys got a factorial. So that's 6 gonna be 6 times, then it's gonna come 5, then 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. This formula here, as I said before, that matches exactly like that. So if you guys look in here, it goes all the way to 1. So that's called factorial because the function calls itself. So 6 factorial calls itself, and then it goes back to the next iteration, then it goes to recurse all the way, and it goes to starts from 1, and it goes all the way at each step that it calls itself. So if you guys say then this one's gonna be 6 factorial, then it's gonna be 6 times, it's gonna be 6 times 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So it's gonna be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, then at the next step it's gonna be 6 factorial, and it's gonna be 6 times 5. Where is 5 factorial? So that's how it is. So it's a 6. It's a 6 here. Okay, so it's every step it calls itself. So if you guys look in here at every steps, it calls itself. It goes to the next step. So this is called factorial. It's a little bit confusing, but now we're going to demonstrate you guys how you guys going to do the say 6 or 7. You guys can put 7, whatever you guys want of factorial. you guys want to run it with the for loop. You're going to say if you guys want to run it say 10 times, for example. So we're going to show you guys, and you guys are going to see, remember this one. This is very easy, the function that calls itself. So if you guys seen this one anywhere, and an exclamation mark, it means is pronounced as n factorial. So this is very easy. Alright, so we're going to go ahead again on factorial recursive function. A recursive function that calls itself is parts of a definition. So a function that calls itself is recursive. That's what we call recursion. The recursion is the title of this video. So because in C++, you guys, as a C++ programmer, you guys need to know how to call recursive functions. Recursion, what is recursion? Alright, so if you guys want, we're gonna show you guys, we're gonna make another video of Fibonacci numbers, or if you guys want, we're gonna make another video on Tower of Hanoi, but that's beyond the scope of this, so we're gonna concentrate on the recursive. But if you guys want, I can make that videos as well. Alright, so because if you guys learning functions, then you guys need to know recursive functions as well. So this is one of the requirements if you guys doing C++. Alright, so say for example here, then I haven't demonstrated you guys. Say for example, you guys coming here and say doing that for example 4 or 5 factorial, then you guys gonna jump on top and the bottom, then it's gonna be 5 times, or I'm gonna put it times here, 4 factorial, then it's gonna be 4 times 3 factorial, then it's gonna be 3 times 2 times 2 factorial, then it's gonna be 2 times 1 factorial, then it's gonna be 1. Alright, so if you guys look at here, this is exactly as like the above. If you look at this formula here, that's every time it goes, and it goes all the way to 1. So this is a function that calls itself. So, and that's the body of the function. This is the body of the function, and it's the body is defined. All we put the entire formula in the body of the function. So if you look at this formula here, we put inside the body. This guy is here is exactly this guy here. So there are two matching that this formula is written. This is whatever we put it here, it's matching exactly this formula here. So just remember that. If you guys want to write it, you guys can write it. So first of all, here we're gonna put a body of our recursive function. So what are we gonna do? You guys can do you guys can put an int, or you guys can do unsigned. If you guys, because we don't need negative numbers, we got to do it unsigned, and we're gonna put a long. And you guys can, if you guys got a long number, that's fine, but if you're gonna put a little bit more memory, you guys can put int as well, no problem. And what you guys gonna put, I'm gonna put a, normally I put a Corio, but for this one, because you guys learning factorial, you guys can put a factorial. Alright, so then we're gonna put an unsigned long, and you guys can put a num or number, whatever you guys can put, A, B, C, I don't care, as long as you guys using this number. So the reason I put unsigned, you guys can put any other things, you guys can put an int, no problem. But if you guys got a small number, you guys gonna big number. But if you guys want to put a big number here, so we're gonna go ahead and X with our formula. So where is our formula here? And we're gonna bring this formula here down. We're gonna copy our formula. So the reason I'm copying here, so you guys see, we're gonna get rid of this stars for okay. So now we have our recursive function body, and we say if num is less than or equal to 0, we're going to return 1. Otherwise we're going to return, then our formula is the formula, this guy is here. Where is the guys on top? This guys, we're going to copy and we're going to bring it down. Okay, so this is the one. So it's a factorial num, and factorial, that's number -1. So this is the one here, -1. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead. You guys can put this 1 if you want. You don't have to put it 0, but doesn't matter, you know, as long as it's greater than 1, whatever. Okay, so now you guys gonna go your prototype, and you guys can put your prototype here. Prototype. Okay, so in your prototype you guys can put your declare your function, because we are declaring this one. Okay, so now we're coming here. Now we're going to calculate, say for example 7 times 7, if you guys want to calculate 7 or 8 or 10, whatever, 20. So we're going to go on 7, so we're going to go 4, and then we put an int. Then you guys want to say run, and then you guys can put a count, for example, count, and our count is going to be starts from 0, and we're going to go count is less than or equal to, say for example 7, and we're going to increment our count. All right, now we're coming down, and we're going to put a C out, and then we're going to use a function called set w, set width, set w. If you guys look in here, set w in n, I'm going to explain to you guys what is this set w, so you guys not going to be confused. And we're going to put a 2, and the width is going to be 2, and this set w is coming from the library input output manipulation library. So I'm not sure exactly what it stands for, but IO main IP, I think input output manipulation IP. So manipulation library in C++. Okay, so this library provides a feature of handling output formatting, such as base used when formatting integers, and precision of floating point values. So this library provides you guys with a lot of other functions. Say for example it's set input output flags. If I type here, for example, set IO flags, this is the one for this library they provide. It's going to be reset input output flags. Okay, so it's going to set the base. It's going to set base. And if you guys look in here, I'm not doing anything, but if I remove this, you guys see I'm going to get error. I'm not going to say, for example, set fill. I want to define the filling of characters. Say for example set fill. I can't do that. Set fill, but I might get an error. If you guys know, might get an error. But if you guys don't declare your library here, you guys going to get error. I 100% guarantee you guys going to get error, because this whole function set width, and we're going to put a width field, whatever, we're going to put a width of the field too. You guys going to get error on top. So you guys say for example, if I remove this, and if I'm gonna run now my set w, for example, and I'm going to get error. Say for example set w, and then we're going to display our counter. Say we're going to say count, and then what happens after that, then we say factorial, then we say factorial, we put exclamation mark, and we put that one. Then we do our call our function, which is factorial, and we're gonna pass our num inside our factorial. So, and then after that we're gonna end our line. Okay, so we've done our for loop. Okay, so as I explained to you guys, now we remove this our library here. And as I said, that C++ gonna be extremely angry on you guys before it even begins anything. So if you guys try to run, you guys gonna get error because says set W was not declared in this scope. So it means C++ not recognize this any function because you guys needs to put your library here. So when you guys come here and you guys put your library include input output. Okay, I run it as a manipulation, but you guys wanna whatever you guys wanna, if you guys wanna have a read C++ documentation. And this library provides feature for handling output formatting, so such as we're gonna do this set of the set W is one of the methods inside this set W, and it sets the width of the field. So and it's because other like 7 or 8 functions. It's got a get money, it's got a get time, and put money. So you guys can for example, you guys put a set fill, or you guys can put a set W. So this library provides that one. Alright, so we're gonna go, long story short, we're gonna go run our function to see our if the function's got any other error, because we already put our library. So we're gonna go and we're gonna run says till 7 times our factorial 7 times, and this is the body of the engine of the our factorials. You guys can put this int, you guys don't need to put unsigned. Okay, so we're gonna run till 7 to see if our we've got any other error. Okay, so here I put a num, I should put this one, so I put a count, not num, because I'm gonna pass that one, count. I need to pass this one, not this num. Okay, so I'm gonna put a count. Okay, we have 0 errors. So now we're gonna run. Alright, so if you guys look at here, we are running till 7 factorials, and if you guys look at here, the first is 1, then this one is going to be called self 1, this one calls self 2, this one calls self 3, then it goes 24, then it goes 5 to 120, then 6 factorial is 720, that 7 times is 5040. So if you guys look in here, at each loop it calls itself again and again, the function calls itself. So if you guys can put a 20, you guys might get say a huge number, you guys might get a mammoth number. So if you guys gonna put a 20 here, and you guys gonna get a huge number. So we're gonna look, I might put a set W higher, but I'm gonna run, and you guys look in here, that's a huge number, is I can't even pronounce it. If you guys look in here, this is a huge number, so I'm gonna make bigger if you guys can pronounce, if you guys can read. So if you guys look at here, the factorials 1, then 2 is going to be 24, 120, 7th factorial 5020, and then 8 factorial, 9 factorial, and then it's going to be all the way to the 20th factorial, and you guys going to get this number. So but that's called recursion in C++, and the function calls itself every time, on every loop the function calls itself again and again and again. So if you guys look in here, so we're going to run say 20 times, and that's what you guys going to get the number. You guys can do it till 50 times, good luck with that, but that's what it is in C++, and that's a math behind this. I'm sure you guys seen this before. And this is the main body part, this is the main you guys can put this, you don't have to put a 0, you guys can put 1. So this is the main engine behind this factorial, and this is the simplest function is this one, and this guy is here. and this formula here is exactly that one, the one on top. So when you guys see this exclamation mark, it means it's a factorial. All right, so this is a factorial, a very simple factorial function. All right guys, thanks for watching. If you guys got any question or comment, leave it in the comment box. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye.